on DAZN worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd. A knockout weekend of boxing. Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Scull. 2 huge fights. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com.
This is Kugan Cassius for iFLTV. We're in Riyadh. Let me just time check this. It is 7:36 in the morning. Delighted to be joined by Anthony Joshua. We've just witnessed Canelo Alvarez become, for the second time, undisputed champion. Your thoughts on the fight with William Scull?
I think it was a good fight. Made it a bit tricky for Canelo to showcase everything that he has in his arsenal, but he got the job done at the end of the day. Didn't take much punishment and can look forward to having that fight with Crawford now, you know, and a 2-time undisputed champion, you know. They don't give them titles out. He's earned it, and credit to him and his team.
As you just said there, the fight for Crawford is now set for September. Yeah, one of them fantasy fights, I suppose, we didn't really see us getting. We are getting it. There is a weight difference there, but yeah, it's on for September, Crawford and Canelo.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the catch weight stuff, but I feel like there's no rehydration clause, is there? No, so that would be good. And then I feel like Eubank-Benn and Eubank Jr. showed us that weight is good. Like, there are weight categories for a reason, but you know, providing they're both skilled and talented, there's not much difference in weight. It's just who wants to win. And watching that fight, Eubank-Benn and Eubank just showcased that weight is, it's all about that. You know, so I'm looking forward to the Crawford and Canelo fight because I feel like Bud wants to like prove a point. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be a good fight. He was just over there a second ago. To be calling him Bud like I know him, but Terence Crawford was just over there. To be fair, so yeah. And I spoke to him for 5 minutes, and he's like, yeah, he knows what he's got to do. So we'll see. September's only around the corner.
Absolutely. Would you back in it, or don't you want to say?
No, I don't know. I don't know, because when like he fought the guy in LA last. It begins with an M. I can't pronounce his name.
Madrimov.
He fought Madrimov last, and I feel like it wasn't the Terence Crawford that we all expected. So, but there's another side of Terence that I know. So I don't know, 50-50, cool. Let's call it that, 50-50, because what I can't really call it, I don't know, it's 50-50. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. Yeah, I think it's 50-50. I don't know. I actually don't know who wins that fight, I generally don't. I don't know who's to sway to at the moment.
Canelo comes in high guard, very patient, will give a round or two away at the start to kind of figure out his range and practice his defense skills. He doesn't really throw jabs to control the fight. He throws jabs to enter into range to throw body shots and hooks. You know, Crawford, switch hitter, uses his jab, counter punch as well. It's going to make it interesting. You got a counter punch with someone who's good at defending. So fight 50-50, sitting on the fence.
We'll roll with that one. Yeah. Let's come on to you now.
Yeah.
So as I've read, you've got surgery coming up this month on your elbow.
Yeah.
So what sort of time period is that once you've had that surgery, are you kind of can't train for or stuck throwing punches?
I think you can't train for like 2 weeks. Because obviously after someone putting machines in your arm, so like obviously if man got shanked in it, do you know what I'm saying? If man put a knife in my arm, obviously I'm going to be out the game for a hot minute. So recovery.
24 hours.
24 hours. But like, they're obviously going to go in. Long story short, the bone in the joint is free at the minute, right? This is my left arm. It's nice and free. But over a period of time, there's a signal that gets sent to the brain, like, keeps on jamming. What's going on? We need to grow some more bone to protect this area. But ultimately, I need it to be free because of my job. But it's like my body's doing the right thing, getting stronger to protect itself from this trauma that keeps happening. So over a period of time, what they tend to do is they go in with a small little like drill, a thin little drill, keyhole surgery, go into the elbow and just file it down. Nice and precise. It's like a tooth if you have a root canal or whatever you call it, you know. File the tooth down, someone's there with a suction, taking out all the bone, that's floating around, and then it will just heal really. But you just got to make sure you do your rehab, do all your strength work as well, because after a surgery you need to focus on making sure you get the range of motion back. And then once it's fully healed, you ice it, acupuncture, strengthen it, good as new, back to work basically. But during that period of time, you don't just shut down, because if the right hand's out of action, you still use your left, you practice your doubles, triple jabs, jabbing off time, jabbing off, jabbing to the body, left hooks to the body, left uppercuts. Practice your head movement, can practice your feet, and do some technical sparring and stuff. So there's a lot of work that can still be done in the meantime. So yeah, it's not actually a bad thing.
Josh, will it bother you that by the time you get back into the ring, you might have had a whole year out of the ring?
Well, it's been needed, you know. I think it's been needed because, long story short, I've got an active mind. For me, I think taking 2 sets back has given me a chance to take a bird's eye view of everything that's going on in my life, you know. So I am not only just taking a year out of the ring, just sitting on my ass and like enjoying the 12 years or 13 years as a professional. It's like, yo, let me take some time out to actually restructure what's going on in my life. Because when you're fully immersed in the game, you never really like get to look, just constantly going forward. So even stuff like, I always think about Johnny Oliver and Carol, and I'm like, I'm always focusing on that. I never actually get to spend time with people that I truly care about. So yeah, get a lot of things out of my life and go back to what's important and just come back again fully charged, basically. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not taking this time out in vain. I'm doing it for a reason, basically.
Because every time, obviously, people speak to your promoter or whoever, it's just the questions are, who are you going to fight, when you're back, etc.
The division is stacked at the top level, and the division is stacked at the entry level as well, you know. So there's options all around the board. So it's a stacked division.
I think HE Turkey has made some comments today to say that possibly there was a 2-fight whatever offered to you or suggested to you.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. What it is, as I said, I always keep my foot in the door. Even though I said I'm taking time out and you're saying it would have been a year, I always kept one foot in the door. I haven't rested. I've still been grinding, putting in work. So yeah, we're still here 7:36 in the morning, finishing meetings, watching the boxing, and looking at opportunities that will present themselves in the near future. So physically, I'm not in the game, but mentally, I ain't checked out at all.
Would it bother you if you retired and you didn't fight Tyson Fury? Would that grain on you and bother you?
50-50. No, because you can never look back. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I think for me, if you know my mentality, it's like, it is what it is, isn't it? But then at the same time, as a fight fan and as a fighting person, I want to fight all the challenges in my generation. You know, I've already signed to fight Fury a few times, and you can never fault me for that. Then they had the arbitration with Wilder. Then they tried to blacklist me when they had their trilogy. You know, Fury's called me out and said I've got 24 hours to sign a contract, and I've been through it with that guy. So from my end, it would be annoying, but 100% I've tried. And I'll do everything I can to make it happen, and I'll hang around as long as I have to make it happen. That's on my end. I can't control what another man's going to do.
Is it down to him? I mean, he put a tweet out the other day.
I think we should stop talking about it because he's retired. You know what I'm trying to say?
He's leaving messages with him.
Huh?
He's leaving subliminal messages.
Yeah, but my thing is that, like, you can't retire. Okay, if I say I'm retired and I'm not retired, what am I retiring for? Like, what? So we still talk about the fact that we're gonna fight, but he's retired. Is he retired?
He put a tweet out the other day, said he wanted a trilogy with Alexander Usyk in front of 100,000.
It's a hard person to do business with when they're not straight. It's not a straightforward person. But that's what makes him Tyson Fury. That's what makes him unique. So yeah. But as I said, I'm not gonna worry about what he's doing. I can only worry about what I'm doing. Get this little 6-7 weeks out of the way of recovery and get straight back to it, basically, and then I'll be focusing on myself. And as I said, if it don't happen, I've done everything I can in my heart and mind. So yeah, we keep going in it, and we watch the next generation come up and make sure that they don't make the mistakes that we did.
If it don't happen, it's an absolute disaster, I've got to say.
I think you'll still go home and sleep well.
Go home and sleep. I'm lucky enough to be able to do that, but if it didn't happen, it would be, in boxing terms, a travesty. It would.
I don't think it would be.
It would be.
I think people move on quick because I feel like
Moving on to exactly.
just life. COVID happened and everyone's moved on. I always think life. That's my perspective of life.
Comparing you and Fury to COVID, man.
No, but
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like, rest in peace to our queen, but she passed away and like the world just moves on. It's nuts, you know.
I don't think any boxing fan of our generation will get over this. I don't.
Carl Froch,
I don't.
Zaggy thing's still going on. They're still talking who would have won that fight.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We got Brooke Khan,
I'm
yeah?
always thinking of a global scale. On a global scale, I think in the pubs and stuff like that, yeah, I'll be like, fucking hell, Fury and Joshua didn't fight. But I think on a global scale, I don't think it matters that much.
Well, it matters to us.
It matters to us.
It matters to us. It matters to
What I
us.
always say with boxing, you can't reel off 10 of Muhammad Ali's fights off the top of your head.
Foreman, Frazier 3 times.
No. Foreman, Fraser, just call Fraser.
Right. Chuvalo.
Henry Cooper.
Who?
Henry Cooper,
Henry Cooper,
1966.
Oh, eh?
Um,
You know, he's been waiting to use that one.
Bob-
Pub quiz over here.
Bob Foster. Leon Spinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
This is Andy, by the way.
Larry Holmes.
Andy.
Larry Holmes. I mean, what am I on?
Archie Moore.
Archie
you can,
Moore, yeah,
Floyd
yeah.
Patterson. You can. What I'm trying to say is that you remember the character more than you do the
yeah,
fights at the end of someone's career.
He fought all them.
Yeah, he did.
He fought all them.
You also remember someone. You fought all of them, but look how hard it is for you to remember.
We ain't going to forget this.
I was
No,
not
we ain't- I'm
alive.
just a fan.
You remember someone's character more than you do. Name me 10 of Joe Fraser's opponents.
Ali. Foreman.
Everything
Also-
continues to move on.
Also, that's not in our generation, is it? That is not.
Continues to move on.
That's not in our generation. So, this is in our generation.
Oh, okay.
So you
Our generation's gonna die off one day. And
they can worry about it. They can worry about when.
Yeah, then
you know
30
I'm always
years
talking
time,
about
there'll
death.
be a Joshua and Kugan and Andy here going, name me 10 odd
I'm always
Joshua
talking about life and death. But
Does a fight with Deontay Wilder still interest you?
yeah. More so does it interest the public, but yeah, as a fighter to fighter, yeah.
He's making a return to the ring in the summer.
Correct. Good luck to him. I think he needs it, man. That's why he's come back. Right his wrongs.
Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk will get it on the 19th of July at Wembley. What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be good. I think I've got a few thoughts on it, but I feel like I don't want to talk on it too much because it's not my fight. It's their fight. I don't want to promote their fight. I don't want to talk about it. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to talk about it.
You actually not?
No.
He's promoting their fight.
Yeah, I'm not here to. So what are you asking me for? You're not asking me. Turn the camera off and ask me about it. You're asking me in front of a bright light to put it out in front of the media to promote your channel and their fight. I'm not doing it.
All right, mate. So it's all on the zone. Everything's on the zone. Everything's under one thing.
Is this the zone?
This ain't the zone. This is IFL, bro.
So what do you mean the zone?
I'm saying the fight's on the zone, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, but bro, I just thought it's not my interest. You know, I'm not in the game. It's not my business. But good, as I said, it'll be a good fight and good luck to both of them.
Jagba calling you out tonight.
Did he?
Yeah.
Another one on my hit list. Joshua, you're not Nigerian.
Yeah, the Battle of Africa. It's like,
Africa.
Yeah, no, he was calling you out in our interview earlier on, yeah.
What did he say?
Basically, yeah, he'll fight you. That was about it, man. It was what was his promoter? He was going off on you. He was saying
Promote
that
was going off on you.
you're not Nigerian and he'll smoke. He'll anything's
Oh, yeah.
not afraid of you or some stuff like this.
Oh, yeah, I'm not Nigerian. I'm English. All right. But that's the game we're in, innit? You know what? There's a lot of that, and it will soon end in that. Soon come. You got a big old Dave over here.
Big man Adelaide.
Yes, yes, yes. We done some good work in Dubai as well, getting some good rounds. You know.
Rematch coming up with TKV.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Quickly, we're going to wrap this up because I know you want to go. I know.
My brain's not functioning properly.
Dillian White, is that an option?
If he wants it, 754.
Dillian White.
What's happening with Dylan? That's your long lost brother.
His thumb or his finger. That's why he was out of the fight with Joyce, yeah. But he'll be back at some point. But that fight was meant to have happened, that rematch.
We mentioned Fury, we mentioned Wilder, Ajagba, and we mentioned White. Go to the comment section and leave who you want to see me fight. Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? 1 being the most, and you know the rest, yeah? Deal?
What about Baby Miller? Can we just add him in there?
5, yeah?
Bakuli, add that as 6.
6, yeah? All right, sweet. And how come, I know why, but do you know why Fabio and Miller didn't happen?
Well, we were told that Miller's got an injury.
Is he? Yeah. Oh, okay. God damn. I could do your job better than you. Get me in front of the camera, I'll give people the lowdown.
Mate, you won't even tell us who wins out of Usyk-Dubois. What are you going to tell us here?
Put it on my channel. Let's upload this on the Anthony Joshua
You can
YouTube.
upload it, you can have this footage.
When was the last time I did a video up on there? And
No, you started it, you've got loads of subscribers and you just stopped.
subscribers, I just left them in suspense. I need to start a YouTube channel. How would you do that? Would you do that with me?
What?
Like me and you talking on my channel?
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
give all the spiel.
All right.
All the spiel.
All right.
Miller, Usyk, Dubois, Fury, Wilder.
You could be like a Frotch on fighting, couldn't you?
Definitely don't want to be anything like Frotch. Definitely don't want to be anything. God forbid.
All right. Oh, yeah, sorry.
See Amir Khan today. That was good. That was good. Who else was there in the crowd? That was about it, really.
Bivol.
Bivol. Phenomenal talent, bro. Phenomenal talent. Yeah. I think he was there keeping a little eye in as well, what's going on. I think he was watching Badu Jack. Because obviously they're talking about him moving up to cruiserweight as well, yeah. If you didn't know, just keep you in the loop here on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that was good.
Well, I've got one last question for you.
Yes, sir.
How many Anthony Joshuas would it take to beat the gorilla? Go on. Adelaide said 20 Adelaides.
Yeah?
Mike Tyson said some wild shit about this to us the other day, but yeah.
So while they're talking about this gorilla going on, have you heard about what's happening in Burkina Faso? With Ibrahim Toure? That's what I'm saying. Don't let this shit distract you, bro. Stay locked in. Huh?
Burkina Faso and Africa.
You know about that, yeah? That's what I'm saying. Don't let this shit distract you, bro. Stay locked in. Go back to Sri Lanka as well.
Telling me to go back. My guy's telling me to go back to Sri Lanka. I will. I should go, to be fair.
Shouldn't it? Yeah. Leave it in the comment section. Even your mate Dylan says it all the time. Leave it in the comment section.
Well, should Kugan go home to Sri Lanka?
I think you should do a little IFL in Sri Lanka and then you ask people on the streets, what do you know about boxing? That would be sick.
I will go. I'd like to take my daughter there as well.
Exactly. Even just as a holiday destination. I've got friends that are from there. They tell me it's unbelievable. Mixed with all the Tamil tigers and them and there, you know what I'm saying? That's where they come from, innit?
Correct.
Bro, growing up, the Tamils had a serious reputation in London, you know? They had a serious
No, I'm Tamil, aren't I?
Alright, calm down. Calm down.
Well, I am Tamil.
You ain't Tamil.
Of course I am.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nah, I rate your thing, fam. I rate your thing, but I rate your thing.
Shout out Sri Lanka. Shout out Colombo.
Who's Colombo?
Colombo's the capital of Sri Lanka.
Is it? I never knew that. Learn something new every day. Colombo. Thought I was in Colombia. Alright, let's see what else we talking about. Now you've got me. Anything you want to say, Dave? Come, bro. Come. But we don't want to talk nothing about previous fight or future fight. That's how's training life, or you want to dive deep into the rematch and all that type of stuff.
We've had a chat today already, haven't we?
Have you done the IFL already?
We've done an IFL already.
Nice and clean. What you're saying, Kugan man.
We didn't talk about you, because I was asking you if you could have jumped in to replace Miller on that card. That could have been an option, but they've obviously gone with Justy Hooney.
When's the date for that one?
7th of June.
Good fight for both of them. I think it was a good fight for both of them in their careers. Hooney's a good fighter. Obviously, Woody's a good fighter. I think the fans are going to get a good fight.
I think so as well. I think it's a really good fight for both of them, where they're both at as well.
Absolutely. Boxing's booming right now, man.
At some point, you want to rematch him, don't you?
That's no doubt. Look, I think obviously if Hooney never got the call up and I got the call up, I would have taken it. But
How many weeks is that? How many weeks are we out? Sorry.
I think when he pulled out, it was
5
like
weeks,
5.5.
6 weeks, 5 weeks.
So it would have been all right.
My experience, I've made some mistakes jumping into fights.
You want to do it right.
I think a fight at that scale, there's a lot on the line.
Yeah, that's no doubt. It's got to be the right call and whatnot. But obviously we fight men and we stay in the gym. So I think the main thing is just staying ready because, look, man, you know boxing, anything can happen. What did you think of the fight tonight?
I love David. I always ask Kugan.
Which fight we're talking about? The main event. Yeah, I mean, it was very negative.
Who did you have winning it?
I had Canelo winning it. I mean, the scorecards were a bit mad.
Did you?
I had Scull winning it. Look, man, he landed the cleaner shots. Canelo didn't really throw a lot of punches. I think he kind of boxed that Skull's tempo as well, his pace. Obviously, you can tell though, Canelo wanted to engage and wanted the fight to kind of blossom, but
A smart fighter is not do what the opponent wants you to do.
exactly. And I don't feel like Scull got lured into Canelo's bullshit. But
What Canelo could have done is what Munguia done a bit more. Munguia walked, you know what I mean? I think that's probably what you wanted to see, is a bit more what Munguia done.
But you can see how frustrated Canelo was. Even at the end of the fight, you see.
Supposed to do to an opponent. You're supposed to frustrate your opponent and make it difficult for him. You're not supposed to make it easy for him. So Scull done his thing. But I thought Canelo won, to be fair.
I never heard of this Scull guy, but I think he done pretty well, to be fair. Used his feet well. First loss, yeah. Don't know much about him, but he obviously bounced back. Interested to see how he's going to turn out with him and Crawford, though. Who's your money on?
We're just talking about that. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. He sat on the fence with it as well. I don't know.
I think the weight situation before was a big deal, but after watching Eubank and Ben, I was like, this weight thing don't really make too much of a difference. They weren't that different in size.
They were the same size. Crawford looked like he was the same size as him, so.
Yeah. Crawford's got a lot of skill up his sleeves. That's what I mean. He's a undisputed champion as well.
Why'd you keep looking at your phone?
Because
I left to the airport. I'm
our flight's in 3 hours.
Shoot, in 3 hours, yeah?
You're the one that stopped us. You stopped the big man.
I didn't say anything. Come on, we're not fighting yet, David. It's all right. Right, Anthony Joshua, David, thank you very much for talking to IFLTV. Much appreciate you. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's insane.
Yeah, it was away. We linked up, done some training together, some good work. Even while we're on a little short break, we got in some good sparring and technical stuff. And then we come to support Badu Jack as well. And then we just said, look, boxing, that's our thing. Let's go and do some studying. And we just quickly chipped over and we're going to nip straight back.
Like I said, it can never be a bad thing when you're going to watch boxing, right? Especially as a fighter. So.
What I learned from Canelo today is I think he could have jabbed more. I didn't really see much controlling jabs. I watched an interview with him when they said, what's more important? They asked, like, do you prefer hot or cold? Or do you prefer this or that? And they said, attacking or defending? And he said, defense. And if you notice in the fight, he kind of starts off focusing more defensively. He don't really come out with an intention to win the first few rounds. And so there is a massive, even though boxing people want to see a slugfest, there's a big importance on defense work. And it's not only defense work where you're trying to defend, there's defense work where he is very comfortable. For 12 rounds, he was very comfortable catching shots, slipping shots, but very comfortable doing it, so you can see.
A meaningful shot for like the first 4 rounds, though.
Yeah,
I remember like 4 rounds slipped, yeah. And you know what? When the fight started and I saw how Canelo started to find the rhythm, I thought, this ain't going to go the whole way. But fair play to the other guy, he's fit, uses his feet well.
He looked like he could do that for 20 rounds. He didn't come out of second gear. He looked very comfortable. But it was one of those fights where I think there was a lot of mutual, like, silent respect for each other. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, no one really took risks. It's like a silent agreement where it's like, I'm here to do what I got to do. You do what you got to do. Do you know what I mean? And we'll call it that. But look, it sets up the big fight in September anyway. So yeah. Anyway, you got to get to more important things. You know what I mean? Don't want to hold you here too long, pal.
This is the most important thing, right?
It's been a minute. Good to see you, though, bro.
I can jump in your jet, no problem.
Andy, where do you live?
Scotland.
Scotland, yeah. So you're a fan. That's why you shout Bacoli.
Do you hear me? Jab, Bacoli, jab, go to body.
Man, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Question for you, quick one. Would you fight another journalist? If
I would.
money-
I would.
I
hands
wouldn't
down.
do that.
Well, I used to fight. I was in the same gym as Josh Taylor.
Yeah. You would fight another journalist?
100%.
Why do I need to do it?
Good, no?
Yeah.
For what?
Smoke him.
Right, test yourself.
No.
It's more of a...
Can't fight, he'll end up dying.
All right. All right.
Save him. Can't put him
All right.
Nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want that for you.
Carl. Right. Anthony Joshua, thank you very much for your time. David and Lee, thank you very much for your time. And
Thank you, yeah.
give some just closing words, man.
Closing words. It's been a generation of great boxing talent. And why I say a generation of great boxing talent? Because I think you're now seeing fighters that are reaching the undisputed level. And that's like the final boss level. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it shows you that there's a generation that are starting to come to an end. And they're just kind of like nearing the end because they're pushing for two-time undisputed. So to the next crop coming through, remember that it's a short career. Remember that the undisputed titles are out there. So set your goals high. Before it was just about becoming a British champion. Then it was about becoming a European champion. Then it was about becoming a world champion. Then a unified champion. 2 3-time champion, an undisputed champion. So sky's the limit. Next generation, set your limits so high, and please make the right decisions because it's a short career. And I will tell you this is, as you are the new generation, there will be a time when you become the older generation, and it happens without you even realizing it. So stay on your A game. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Take care of your body. Do your stretching, and it will pay dividends in the long run. If you're a true fighter and you want to be in the game 10, 15, 18 years, look after your body. It's very important.
Wonderful words, Anthony.
Coming from one of the OGs in the game now. You know what I'm saying? All right then.
Veteran.
Veteran, bro. I've been there. Had some good fights, had some tough fights, had some good wars.
And he ain't done yet.
Nah, I'm not. God bless.
Kugan Cassius, iFLTV. Thank you very much, Anthony Joshua. God bless.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Scull. 2 huge fights. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com.